Hello everybody. I see Amethyst and Shy Dude in chat. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys have been having a good Friday. Hope you guys had a good Thursday as well. Yeah, hope you guys are excited for the weekend. I know here in the US it is a long weekend, so hopefully... That's awesome! That's awesome, Shy Dude. Congratulations. Hopefully we can find a shiny today. That is my hope. It wasn't on the first encounter, though. If either of you guys want to join up, or anyone else who is hanging out in chat wants to join in on the Dynamax adventure, feel free. Code is pinned in chat. Yeah, you do need to have the Crown Tundra DLC and Nintendo Switch Online to do so. But if you do have that and you want to participate, feel free. Join on up. Otherwise, we do tend to run like a single like AI only one sometimes. Yo, Juan, how's it going, man? Welcome. Juan, you saw my messages yesterday. Thank you for pinging me and reminding me to do so. I finally watched the last few episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was really good. It was really good, man. I definitely took a break because it kind of felt like I was just watching a really slow movie when I was first watching it. Because, like, you know, that's kind of what it is, right? It's just a really long... It's basically a 6-hour movie. That's effectively what it is. Like, there's not... Especially in the first half, there's not like really solid stopping points. Like, it all just kind of flows through. So unless you're being forced to stop by like the episode ending and you're not having more episodes, I feel like it can easily drag on, and that's what was happening for me. But those last few episodes, man, you can finally rest. Your work is done. I wish you could join the Dynamax Venture, but you're chilling with no Nintendo Online and no DLC. I totally understand, Amethyst. I totally understand. Now you're grinding your team to get them ready since they're way under-leveled for the league. I mean, you're not just gonna dazzle them with a shiny Giratina and win from their accuracy loss? Yo, Shy, I'm assuming that's you, Shy Dude. Welcome, thanks for joining in on the raid. Awesome. At least we'll equal the AI in numbers. We can kind of counter their shenanigans. So, alright, now 15 seconds for anyone else who wants to join up. You still need KOKO. Awesome. Well, we should get it. And if you are going for the shiny, I assume you wish shiny Pokemon lowered accuracy. That would be a pretty interesting mechanic. I don't know. That would, I think at the end of the day, that would probably be a pretty bad idea. As funny as that would be to have like be a thing, I don't know. I think that would cause such a problem for the competitive community, like, because people would obviously, like, want shinies over other stuff. They have a competitive advantage, and it would lead to so much more genning. Thought about that during your science class the whole day? Nice. Thinking about the real topics, the real problems at hand. Alright, so we want ground types, which we can get if we go through ice. So as long as we can clear the ice here and go into ground, we should be okay. This is vanillish. Sorry, just checking on my cat. Heard her make a noise. Want to make sure she's doing okay. So glad you didn't reset over it. Me too, man. Me too. One second. I'm gonna put my move in here. And then I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go check on Adele for a second. Sorry about that, I'm back. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure Adele was okay. She went to the litter box, and I didn't hit a move, did I? I apologize for that. And she's been having a little bit of troubles with her tummy, so I wanted to make sure she was okay. If you throw Pikachu down the Grand Canyon at a speed of 5 miles per hour, how long would it take him to reach the bottom? I don't know, how deep's the Grand Canyon and what part are you throwing at? It takes 0 seconds because he didn't exist. Favorite hockey team lost last night, so you don't have much to watch for a few months. Dang. How far were they in like the series or the season? It was round 1, game 6. Dang. Is that like, I'm assuming that's like the last game they could have had, right? Like usually I feel like series are like 5 or 6 games in various sports. I know baseball's that way. But like round 1 still. I didn't increase the encounter there. Nice, and GG, we got through vanillish, or we got through vanillite, or vanillish, bleh. Couldn't say a word. Yo, Kevin, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well today. You alright? How am I? I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. Might change your profile picture to a picture of Zero Aura. That'd be pretty nifty. Right now it's a parrot, right? We're just gonna keep using body press because that's what I got right now. This admittedly seems like a very unfortunate like path for this raid. We don't have a lot of great mons on it, but we should do okay, I think. Like we're making progress on the mons. It's not like we're not effective. We're not gonna get a lot of good stuff from KOKO. Blue and gold macaw. Oh, cool. Hey, Gen 4 confusion. I swear it's guaranteed to make you hurt yourself. It always happens. Odds have always been weird on that kind of thing, man. Oh, Adela's hopped up, but I'm not letting her on my lap right now. I'm not letting her on my lap right now. Gen 4 confusions of a DVD chance. That seems way too high. Like, I kind of get why it's the case, but like you don't want it to be bad for the person who caused the confusion. Like, you want it to be good for them too. I attempted to teach Alice about the ways to shiny hunt until you realized she didn't even know how to encounter Pokemon. Yeah, maybe just like getting an introduction to how Pokemon functions as a whole would be good before you go into the Pokemon like shiny side of it. TAPU looks like a Minecraft villager. I don't see it, but okay. I would like to swap given my current status. Yeah, I don't know what. I guess the NPCs, the typing swap makes sense, but fortunately it favors people over those. My thought is normal. Okay, steal. Okay. I was gonna say go through normal, get the berries to just recover whatever we lose on the way through. The face does it for you? Interesting. I don't want to use it too much, but that'll probably work here. I just have a cat like right here. If she was sitting like right here, you guys could see her. But she wants to sit right behind me. What are you doing? No, don't get on my lap. No, we're not getting on my lap right now. No, we're not doing that right now. She thinks it's a game, but no, she's just not getting on my lap right now. So far, she's learned about status conditions and has basic understanding on how they work, but she doesn't know how they help you yet. Gotcha. I mean, honestly, like, you don't need to know, like, super in-depth everything about them. Like, you don't need to know that, like, burn lowers attack or stuff like that. Like, you don't need to know those kind of things. All you really need to know is burn causes damage, poison causes damage. Paralysis sometimes doesn't let you move. Sleep makes sure you don't move until you wake up. Like, you just need to know the basics. Sonic Colors is coming to Switch. I think that was the only good thing from the anniversary. What is... So I guess is Sonic Colors... From what I could tell, Sonic Colors was a Wii U game before, I guess? Shiny Doublade would be cool? It would be pretty cool, yeah. Any shiny would be cool. Especially Tapu Koko. Really want this Doublade to be shiny since you love Ghost types since one of your favorite mons. Awesome. I hope it's shiny for you then. For the Wii, not the Wii U. Gotcha. It sounded like people were talking like it was like a needed like re-release, kind of the same deal that a lot of you know, Wii U games we're getting from Nintendo on the Switch. AFK for a bit, all good, Amethyst, all good. Burn was super useful in SOSing Salandit. It was. Your Sylveon couldn't learn False Swipe, so you used a weaker physical attack and took advantage of the damage being lowered. Gotcha. What I think I did for that is I would swap back out to like a Smeargle, then False Swipe, and then go back in. I think is what I did. Because yeah, you need that. You need the Sylveon with the Cute Charm. Unless I had something else like a with Cute Charm and False Swipe, but I don't think I had that. Yeah, I mean, like, once you're really into it, the intricacies can matter, but it's one of those things where I think it's better in general for someone to just learn the basics of Pokemon and then come back and learn more stuff. Like, learning 100% about status conditions right after you've just learned how to catch Pokemon feels a little bit like lopsided in how you learn, right? Because, like, the idea is the more interested you get in it, the more you want to learn, right? Like, some stuff can be extremely boring to think about beforehand, and then you come back and like, oh, now this actually is, like, useful. Now I want to know it. But until that point, you know, it can still be pretty boring for some people sometimes. But yeah, I gotcha. All right, we got this Tapu Koko. That's about random things, so it's hard to make simple not explain other things. I mean, if she's asking about it, yeah, like go on and explain more, or even if it's something that like genuinely is super complex and doesn't matter at the moment, just be like, yeah, it doesn't matter right now. We'll come back to that thing, like, right? Realistically, just kind of let her run with it. Let her run, let her play through and become the champion in a save. I mean, that's the best way to go about it. It's just like play the game, see what part of the game you like, right? Like, do you like shiny hunting? Like, do you like the idea of going out and catching different Pokemon? Do you even want to complete the dex kind of thing, or do you just want to go into competitive? You know. But yeah. That's awesome that she's like actually asking about it and stuff, and seems like genuinely curious. That's a good sign that she's actually interested in it. Ooh, that wasn't good. That was very bad, actually. That was a lot of damage done on a Politoed, or Palpitoad, not Politoad. She isn't able to be at your house. She has no way to play the games. Ah, rip. You're back. Welcome back, Amethyst. Trying to think. Because I don't want to suggest something like an emulator, because I don't think I'm supposed to be suggesting things that would require, like, getting a ROM in some form, but if I could, I would suggest that. Yeah, aside from that, I don't really know. Oh no, I probably should have Dynamax. I think I had Dynamax that turn, didn't I? Oops. Oh well, we're fine. We're fine. We got this. Maybe not. Rip. That was our big damage boy. Probably show your playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even, yeah, like that kind of thing, right? If she's just trying to, I guess, understand what Pokemon is and what you're talking about, yeah. Come on, Blizzard. Yes, there we go. GG's all around. GG, Shy, GG. We got it. KOKO down and out. Adele is sitting so patiently just off camera. That's where she's decided to sit for now. And that's okay with me. I just don't want her in my lap right now. Oh, no, no, no. She took that as that compliment of how politely she was sitting as a sign she could get in my lap. But that was not what that was. Alright, let's see if we got a shiny here. No shiny for me. Hopefully you got one, Shy Dude. Pet neglect. She's still having some tummy problems, Juan. So yeah. She can be a bit stinky. She had to switch food from some vet stuff, and I think I switched it a little bit too fast on her. So it's my fault. It's not her fault. It's just, you know, it happens. She's got to follow up with the vet on Tuesday, So we'll see the verdict on what we need to do going forward about that. Nothing for you, dang. And you return to the Eevee hunt. Best of luck, Amethyst. Best of luck. Hoping Torchic will shine soon. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. All right, Shy's back in here. Awesome, awesome. If anyone else wants to join in, feel free. You took the Doublade though? Nice. Alright, we'll see if anyone else joins in the next, probably about a minute and a half. If we hit like the 30-second mark and we don't have anyone else in here, I'll probably just go ahead and start it to speed up the process a little bit. You know, not all that much, but you know, the more raids we can get in, the more chances we have to find a shiny. Hey, we got Arca in here. Awesome. Awesome. We got 3 people. We got room for 1 more if anyone else wants to join up. If we get a 4th person in here, we will just go ahead and slam that start button and hop on in. Poor Cresselia, no one notices her. I'm paying attention to Cresselia. Hey, we got a full party. Awesome. Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's just a matter of focusing on the raid a little bit. Maybe Jinx. The other 2 have weaknesses, yeah. Yo, Growl, 8 Arcanine, welcome to the stream. I've done 150 of these yourself and no shiny, hoping one of us gets it today. Absolutely. Absolutely. Glad to have you here, glad to have you in the raid. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, okay. Ooh, that's gonna be difficult. We can only get one of the grounds, I think. Which ground should we go for here? What is that? It's Mudsdale. Mudsdale would be pretty good. I'm in favor of going through rock and then through ground, just because that Mudsdale is like a known decent ground type versus the other ground type being funky. Mudsdale versus Sandslash. I couldn't see that it was Sandslash. You say go Sandslash? We can still change and go Sandslash. We aren't locked in where we are. But the next turn will matter and will lock us into one of them. I'm sorry, Adele, not right now. Not right now, Adele. That's just you. Yeah, so I couldn't see Sandslash, or at least I couldn't make Sandslash out. So that was why I was leaning towards Mudsdale, just because I knew it was Mudsdale. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of on my part. Part of you is hoping Torchic is female. All starters you've hunted have been male, and you want to change it up. Yeah, I mean, it's more likely for it to be male, so it makes sense that most of yours have been. It's a 1 in 8 chance of it being a female, so it adds a little bit of extra rarity to it, if anything. Jinx is such a weird Pokemon. It really is, right? Like, it just looks like a person. I mean, Mr. Mime's kind of the same way, right? Wow, I got knocked down immediately. And Plushko, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Never really think about Jinx. I just realized how weird it is again. Yeah, Jinx has a troubled past when it comes to being a Pokemon. And it is partially due to the fact that it looks like a person. It's really funny in Pokemon Stadium when it faints, which is a bit of a reason why it's your favorite Pokemon. Nice! Nice one. Alright. Hey, I'm actually back in. Hopefully I can do something this time. Dreadnought just wiped me, man. That was kind of crazy. And yo, Vanillix, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? Hope your Friday's been going well. I'm excited for the weekend. I've got a few plans. It's finally to the point where, like, my friend group is vaccinated and we can see each other. And I'm going to be seeing Mel's family tomorrow and Sunday. And then Sunday and Monday I'll be seeing some buddies, which will be good. It'll be good to actually, like, do things. Even if it's not, like, a lot of stuff. It'll be the first time I've seen most of these people in like a year and a half. You know, like, I feel like everyone, because the thing is for us, like, back in, say, like, January, February 2020, like, we all had stuff going on, so we just didn't see each other, and then, like, we're like, we'll see each other soon. I mean, like, the guys who are in classes will be done, we'll get back together more, and then just, like, the world shut down. It's like, oh, okay, I see none of you now. Sounds great, boys getting back together again. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. No, it'll be good. It should be a good weekend. So yeah, basically like tomorrow and Sunday will be that. Then Sunday to Monday will be, or tomorrow to Sunday we'll be seeing Elle's family. And you know, again, just being able to see people is like hooray. Then after that, it's gonna be the other LAN stuff. It'll be a LAN party, and it's nice because we haven't done one of those in a while. Like, obviously haven't done them in a while. It'll be good. And then Monday, I don't know if I really have anything planned for Monday. It depends on if my family has stuff going on, or if, okay, so what do we want to do here? I'm still a fan of Mudsdale, personally. That's me. But you guys can outvote me. I think, oh no, we lost someone. Nikki's an AI now. Don't think random encounters help. I think you're gonna throw Giratina and Gabite into the daycare and use your bike. Go for it. Mudsdale, cool. Its body poofs to nothing and her hair falls in the... That seems a little strange, yeah. We have Poison behind Mundale. Ooh, good point. Good point, Arcanine. Good point with that one. I totally didn't even think about that. Yeah, so we'll see. I have a couple thoughts on what I might be doing on Monday. It'll be a busy weekend regardless. You know, even just going off of the like Saturday, Sunday, Monday thing. Like, it'll be a pretty busy weekend. Monday, either I'll just be back here chilling, or seeing some of my family for stuff, or I'll hopefully, at some point I need to put these drawers to the proper use that they're for, which is the other half of my desk. I just gotta get the, like, desktop together for that. Wish you could hunt for a Alolan Raichu, but it's not native to Galar, which is the only region you have access to. Dang. Yeah, because you can only get that one in Alolan, right? Is there no way to trade for something that'll get that, so that it'll become Alolan? So I think they did that with Meowth, right? Like, you can collect a... No, I guess Meowth was different because I was, like, properly getting a Kanto Meowth versus, like, Pikachu just evolving depending on where it's from, right? Only trade straight Alolan, gotcha. You can trade for Alolan Raichu in Isle of Armor. Ah, yeah, and that doesn't work for Amethyst either, unfortunately. All right. So I definitely want to. I would like to swap out at some point, but I don't know Arcanine if you need it. Ah, shoot! I panicked and hit the wrong button there. Good, I gave it to you. Cool. I was waiting, and as I was like, alright, it's too late, I just gotta take it. You clicked it, and then I couldn't stop my thumb. Alright, cool, this works. Okay, I'll take Garbodor then. It'll evolve in a Alolan Raichu if the game it's in is Sun, Moon, Ultra, and Ultimate. Yeah. Yeah, but I was wondering if like there was a way to get one, but if you can't get it with a DLC. And like trading for it wouldn't really work the same either, right? Because like you want to hunt it. I get that. I'm just gonna spam Ice Beam again because I don't really have a lot again. Leon's, Ash's, and Red's Charizards all fight. Who would win? I don't know. Probably not Leon. And the GTS is hard to find a shiny for a good offer. Yeah, definitely. If they're legitimate people, actually want something for them, and if they're not legitimate, it's not worth like any of the things that they're saying. GTS is hard to look for Pokemon in. From my experience, the best way to get stuff in the GTS is to offer up something that's like a reasonable thing for it, but I don't know how shinies would really work with that. A Alolan full-line Pokemon can be bred down with an Everstone to keep that form of the Pokemon, but you don't think it works in Galar. It works on Alola for Kanto variants with Everstone. Yeah, I don't know if it would work, because... Yeah, I don't know how well that would work in... Yeah, I don't know how well that would work in Galar, right? Like... Could you be traded a normal Alolan Marowak, give it an Everstone, and then breed that for Pikachu, or for Pichus, and then the shiny Pichu evolves up and becomes an Alolan Raichu? Or not Marowak, sorry, but Raichu? Would that work? I don't know. Leon's technically undefeated? False. I defeated him. Think you're weird. High amounts of caffeine doesn't make you go crazy. Generally, it doesn't make you go crazy. It's kind of like overly portrayed that way. What it does is just gives you like anxiety. Hey, you guys got the emotes going before I even realized what song was playing. Nice. You've done it with your Alolan Ninetales, so that should work. Yeah, I mean, I guess in that way you would be able to do it, right? But Ninetales is different though, right? Because you're still getting an Alolan Vulpix, right? Where like Pikachu's just a normal Pikachu all the time. There's not like a normal form. Creeb. Red beats Charizard. Just Red on his own. It's not even it's not his Charizard. It's just Red wins. No, since Pikachu doesn't have a Alolan form and it's not an Alola. Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to kind of, I guess, decipher. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But yeah, crab emotes in chat, guys, for Crab Rave. We're having a Crab Rave in chat. Heck yeah. We are all poisoned right now. That is wonderful. I just noticed that. Res beats Leon's easily. I got the wrong name. Gotcha. No, I was just kind of joking. The music video for this song is interesting. It's art, Vanillix. It's art. I mean, what would you expect from a song named Crab Rave except for crabs having a rave? Like, it makes the most sense. I just love the fact that they do their dance and then when the song ends, they just like move back on with their whole little migration thing. That may work. Yo, Sour Apples, how's it going? Apologies, had to run to the restroom. All good, Arcanine, all good, man. Yeah, but Sour Apples, how's it going? Working on Segalia still. Best of luck. It hasn't shined yet. It'll shine soon, man. Still going for it until it's a Strawberry Lion. Heck yeah. Persevere. It totally matches Krabby's animation gif. Yes. It works for all crabs. It is the crab song. I need to remind myself on all the differences between these moves. Yeah, I'm just gonna try Gunk Shot. We're YOLOing here. Could care less about Leon. Only part I enjoyed with was in Twilight Wings. In Twilight Wings, why am I forgetting what that is? Astro Charizard has tackle for some reason, so he's not winning. What do you mean? He's just a wrestler. We're gonna poison. Oh, we didn't poison. Dang. I was hoping to poison there. Nice. The anime thing for Galar. Ah, I see. I see. I watched that. I think I just didn't know the name. Mizu Grey Wolf, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. You joined in time for Crab Rave. Awesome. Glad you were here for that, Mizu. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm trying it again, guys. I am going for another Gunk Shot. I'm risking it with the accuracy. My big thing is, I just don't get why... Yo, that Raichu pull from the scientist was great. Because it's Cantonian Raichu. I didn't realize it was Cantonian Raichu. We'd been talking about Alolan Raichu, so I, like, glossed over the details of the pixel art and thought it was Cantonian. So I didn't realize it was going to have Lightning Rod. That's perfect. It's a pretty good setup. To be honest, I think Segalia is much easier to beat than Groudon. So Segalia is your first target instead of Groudon now. Awesome. Awesome. Best of luck with it. I still just don't get with Leon why, like, his, like, signature Pokemon is Charizard. Like, I get it. I get why they did it. But, like, why? It doesn't make sense. The best trainers are Red, Blue, Steve, and Cynthia, Ash from Gens 4, 6, and forward. Oh, we're so close. There we go. There we go. KOKO down and out. GG. Ultra Necrozma. Necrozma wasn't a problem for me. Remember, I stumbled across the, like, cheesing method. Like, super easily. I figured out how to cheese that fight on accident. You one-shot Ultra Necrozma? Nice. No, yeah, I mean, the way I ended up doing it, like, I took barely any damage. Shiny luck, yes! Shiny luck. Best of luck to everyone who was in this raid. Hope you guys are able to get the shiny. Hopefully I can get a shiny. Not Dreadnought, not Mudsdale, not Garbodor. You get a level 100 Decidueye with a Z move, it's easy. Yeah, that might be considered not normal to have at that point. Alright, cool. Got nothing, rip. Same. Ultra Necrosis is easy to beat with the Illusion Strike. Yeah, we had a Zero Aura at the front and a Milotic at the back. It used all of its moves. It used every move that would have one-shot Milotic on, or not on Zero, on Zoroark before it ran out of stuff and just hit it with something that just had, and that was enough to take down Zoroark in 2 moves. Then Milotic went out, and Milotic could tank it, because no issues. No problem moves. Alright, joining up, guys. 4255, 4255 is still the code. In Gen 8, in the Gen 8 show, Ash has a Dragonite, Galarian, Farfetch, Lucario, Gengar, his Pikachu, and Dracovish. Interesting. That team sounds terrible. Has Ash ever been known to make the best teams? Seems actually, is actually power. The Dragonite's absolutely crazy, really. I haven't watched any of the anime, or like, any of the anime, I mean, like, I've seen like the first few episodes of Indigo League, and I need to pick that back up. Someone start hounding me on that, I guess. Segalia's down. Hope it's red. Awesome. Best of luck, Sour Apples. You're a few levels above Ultra Necrosis when you still struggled. I mean, yeah, if you went in not knowing what you were doing, it was a big issue for sure. Watch the anime. You're gonna have to hound me outside the streams. That's the key here. Saying to watch them right now doesn't exactly make me go, oh, I should watch it. Juan messaging me at like 7 in the morning when I woke up for work. It's like, I should watch that. Yeah, it worked. If you're planning to watch the anime, you 100% recommend Sinnoh League battles and Gen 6 plus Gen 7, aka Kalos and Alola. I am a stickler and very stubborn about the anime that I watch and the way I watch it, and I try to watch all of a series in release order, in Japanese if I can. It's very stupid. It's why I haven't finished it. But I have access to the, like, subbed version of Indigo League at least. So I just need to, like, watch more of it. Because I've watched some of it. I'm doing good today. Awesome. Taking a break from shiny hunting and doing drawing. Great. What are you drawing? Sun and Moon Ash won the Pokemon League in XY. Didn't, so don't have high hopes for the Gen 18. I feel like Vanillix is just gonna like mention me every second of every day on Discord now. I feel like that's what I've set myself up for here. You've one-shot Cynthia's card jump. Go over the anime so you don't have to catch up. There you go. I should have grown up with it too, but I just didn't watch it a lot when it was on. I'd catch episodes here and there. Have fun with hundreds of episodes. Absolutely, I will over time, slowly. Alright. We got 15 seconds if anyone else wants to, like, speed run the menus to join up. Otherwise, we'll get going here. Said new Segalia and nothing else was shiny. Segalia was and nothing else was? Or nothing was? Gonna ping me every day. Oh god. I'll take the dig. Nothing was shiny, so new adventure. Hey, you'll find it soon, man. You'll find it soon. Just need an established work schedule so you can work around it. Like, for me or for you? I wish I had an established schedule. The only thing that is established is my 8 AM stand-ups every day, which are brutal as someone who is terrible at waking up on time, or waking up early. Which I know many people will roll their eyes at that being early, but I am so much not a morning person. So having to be up at 8 is already a struggle. And then adding in... which way do we want to go here? Go for Sudowoodo. Where was Sudowoodo? I'll just let it pick, I guess. I didn't see Sudowoodo. I need to get better at seeing what's in those things. Prefer to be pinged every day at noon every day. Oh god. Left. That's the way we went. So That works for me. Yeah, so this past week I had a meeting every day at 8. Every day at noon, but that one got canceled all but one time. And a meeting every other day, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday meeting at 9:30 that I think got canceled both times. Or like all 3 times. Both times that I saw it. I'll use Outrage. No. I'm going to try using Sucker Punch. I know it's a gamble. Oh, okay, it did hit. So it is attacking someone. Oh, nice. Gastron's at least immune to electric attacks. Ooh, good point. Good point. Yeah, you at least get the ground typing off that. I got canceled. Yeah. You wake up at 5 a.m. to 5:30 every day, mainly for work, but you're one of the few who do see the sunrise. Yeah. Only if you had Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah. Just gonna try Body Slam. See what happens there. Yeah, so this is like my first week actually being able to do things at work. Because last week, a lot of you guys who were on heard the struggles, but anyone who didn't, I started a new job last Monday, so on the 17th. And for the first few days, I didn't have a lot to do because my laptop hadn't shipped yet, or hadn't arrived yet at least. And there ended up being an issue because we got me set up so I could work off of like my personal machine, just so I could like access emails, and then that stopped working. I spent all week trying to get the help desk to help me with that. You know, just normal kind of technical things like that, where it's like I don't really have a way to like talk with you outside of the phone call kind of situation. So I spent basically I spent the second half of last week just trying to get access to my email again. Monday I finally was able to get access to that and get my computer working. Okay. We can at least take an item going through. Yeah, we can take an item going through there. If we keep going left. Go for hyper potions, heck yeah. Hatched a batch of Eevee eggs and got nothing like usual. You'll get it soon, Amethyst. Lost count. You'll get it for sure. Yeah, so I spent all of last week trying to access my email. My laptop showed up about halfway through. And yeah, still couldn't do much. Because I couldn't log into it, because it was basically my password was messed up. Because we had messed with my password, and then I think it got messed with again when my laptop shipped. Weird stuff, you know. Normal big company first few day things, like it happens, especially when working remote like I am. And this week it took a couple days to like confirm I was all set. Then I got added to meetings and all that good stuff. And then the meetings were like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, not yet, because I still need software. And this week has been spent waiting for software permissions. Like licenses and stuff being granted to me so I can actually use software for work. I'm going to try a Sucker Punch on Eldegoss. I feel like Eldegoss might do a statusing move first. You've been hunting for 4 months. You'll get it soon. You'll get it soon, Amethyst. There's a guy who hunted Natsu in the Safari Zone in Gen 3 for 2 full years. Yeah. I mean, even Rising Blue Phoenix went for like 2 years on Jirachi. Granted, it wasn't fully 100% Jirachi all the time. You'll get shiny Eldegoss. I'd be happy. I need one. What are you gonna watch the anime on? What are you gonna watch the anime on? Like, all of it? What do you mean, like, what parts of the anime will I watch? Ideally, all of it, yeah. Yeah, just release order. Airing order, basically. Outside of, like, I generally don't, like... Unless it's, like, integrated into the season, I tend to, like, just wait till the end of the season to watch movies that released while something was airing. All the Pokemon. Indigo League, Sun Moon, XY, XYZ, and Journeys is all on Netflix. Yeah, that is true. Indigo League, unfortunately, does not have... Indigo League, unfortunately, does not have the Japanese dub on Netflix. And generally when I'm watching anime, even though I haven't like really studied Japanese in a few years, I try to watch it in Japanese just to like keep it somewhat fresh. Who's after Cresselia? Whichever Unova legendary is first in the decks. We might take a slight break on legendary soft resets. Or actually probably won't, given that we've actually been doing other stuff in the meantime. So yeah, basically Cresselia is the last Sinnoh legendary we need. So it'll be the... I've been hunting all the legendaries in Pokedex order. So whatever Unova legendary comes first. Is Pokemon on Crunchyroll? I don't think it is, actually. I watched all the Pokemon except Black, White, Sun, Moon, and new one, Journeys. I haven't seen a lot about Journeys. I really feel like I didn't see a lot about the anime outside of Sun and Moon, because Sun and Moon just caught so much flack for the art style change. Sorry we have to go. You'll still finish this raid. We have to go. Bye and good luck on KOKO. Thank you, Shy Dude. Glad to have you here while you were here. Yeah, best of luck with you on this raid as well. And yeah, hope to see you again soon, man. We'll watch like 2 episodes of Journeys. I guess that's not really enough to have an opinion on it. I'm just remaining good without it for now. So far, it's kind of boring. I mean, 2 episodes not a lot. Like, admittedly, like, I'm not, like, saying that, oh, you should... Generally, I would give something a little bit more of a chance than that, but at the same time, it is the show's job to immediately grab you, right? I don't know, I'm taking a wild guess there. Fairy. That probably would have been the smarter pick. I apologize for any stupid decisions I make in the raids. I struggle to think of the strategy for this. It's probably why you quit watching and it didn't grab you. Yeah, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. Kabalion should be next. Did Dene resist everything from TAPU? That would have been good. No worries, Among Us is a great choice. Still awesome. Cool. Excuse me. Kabalion would be the next one up in the decks. Alright, yeah, so we'll go through Swords of Justice, and then... I should just look it up. Let's go to the Unova part of the decks and look through it. If I could. Just gonna use Outrage again. You like the Sun Moon art style? I like it too, actually. Like, I get the frustration of it from a perspective of look at how the art style has improved and modernized throughout the years, like and not like modernized in the sense that it like really changed the style, but it took the general art style and continuously improved it and kept it modern for years, and then it completely switched the style. I don't think it went to a style that like it didn't go to a style that was like in any way like less good, but it definitely went to a style that was a different like direction, right? Honestly, I feel like the best way to describe it would probably be that it went a little bit more Western in art style. And, you know, there are going to be some, like, anime purists who are like, oh, it looks terrible, it's not an anime style anymore, it looks like an American cartoon. It's like, who cares? Who gives a crap, right? Like, that doesn't matter. Is it a good show still? Yeah. I love the way that art style lends itself to like comedic animation. That's one thing that like art styles like that tend to be really good at, is because they're a little bit less like properly and like formally shaped, they lend themselves to a like animation very well, you know. This is another match, you already know the result. You got shinies on all 5 eggs, right? Nah, you'll get it soon, Amethyst. You'll get it soon. It does take some time for sure. Lucimina the Animes is so much different from her game counterpart. They just didn't give her enough time in the game, I don't think. Like, the game made her super serious, but like, I guess just didn't have like the same like amount of time to give her moments and everything, right? Yo, Dino Shark, welcome to the stream. There's only the Sun and Moon anime and the Indigo League on Netflix for you. Yeah, I mean, that's the ones that I see on there. I don't know if anything else is. As far as the US, I know at least those two are. I wish there was some more on there, though. I'm good without it. I'm still just keeping Kangaskhan for Dig. So the Crooked Weird Evil Lady, she was just dumb and kind of funny in the anime. But that's also just the whole tone they were going for in the anime, right? Like, again, they shifted the entire art style of the show to better suit, like, cartoon comedy. So it's really hard, and it honestly probably would have taken away from both attempts that they would be making if they tried to keep the show super, like, lighthearted and comedic like that, and also have Lucamine actually be, like, such a like twisted person, right? Like, that doesn't work very well in that kind of setting. You can have that in animation. There's no reason you can't. I mean, look at most like anime and stuff that's like way more serious. Like, that's totally an acceptable thing to do. But just given that art style, the art style dictates a lot of the tone of the show. And that art style lent itself to being very, like, expressive and comedic. So, like, by expressive, it's not like necessarily, it's, like, just very, like, positively expressive, right? The faces of the anime are priceless. My favorite, like, frame from the anime, without even having seen it, is that one that's one of the Rowlet emotes on Discord. Just the, like, sheer, just, like, the, like, facepalm one, almost, which is like, oh god. That's my favorite, like, still frame from that show. And there's so many good ones. Like, that's what that art style lets you do, right? And I totally understand why they did it. But it was definitely a shock to the senses to, like, have been looking and gone, look at all these different years of Ash and how he's improved through the different seasons of the show. And, like, how this show has clearly gone from being, like, always a generally well-funded show, but, like, a show from the 90s to a show from the 2010s, like the late 2010s, and then 2017 comes around and it's like suddenly a super flat, very blobby art style. It's just very different. And again, I like it. I think it fit the show, or it fit the tone they were going for well. On Just TV, you can watch every Sun and Moon, Ultra Adventures, Ultranet Legends, and Journeys. Awesome. There are definitely ways to watch it out there. Proud to say your only anime was One Punch Man. One Punch Man's really good. I haven't finished the second season. I just couldn't get into the second season, unfortunately. I need to finish it just for the sake of finishing it, but it just didn't have the same effect on me as season 1 did. Meme material, absolutely. The one where Kiawe is shocked and that's your favorite. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Like, you can do shocked faces and just, like, comedically pained faces extremely well in that kind of style. It's just, it doesn't look right if you, like, do, like, a super evil face in that style. Or, like, a super serious face. Kiawe has some of the funniest moments. Might want to use Pokemon TV to watch the anime. I'll give it a look, because I know they have some stuff. I think, from what I've only seen on Pokemon TV, granted this was a while ago and I feel like they said something about some promotion recently. Also, GG guys, KOKO went down, we got this. GG's all around on that one. I'll look at Pokemon TV because I feel like recently I saw them like say something about like full seasons being on there. So I think the issue before was like they basically had a rolling stock of episodes, right? Like, they kind of just slowly re-released them. So you couldn't just sit down and watch all the episodes all at once. GG's shiny luck. Yes, best of luck to you guys as well. Season 2 wasn't as great as Season 1. That was a real introduction to anime and you loved it. Yeah, absolutely. One Punch Man is great. One Punch Man, especially Season 1. I think part of the problem is because it was such a simple concept, you run out of things to do at some point, and you kind of, because let's be real, One Punch Man was completely a satirical take on, like, superhero stuff, especially, like, anime superhero stuff. What is Eldegoss's shiny? I think it's red, right? Or it's a little bit redder. Yeah, it's not that, whatever it is. But yeah, so, like, the problem with, I think, One Punch Man in Season 2 is you already had this show where you had, like, you have this show that's like a satirical take, or the whole manga even, just a satirical take on, like, superhero anime and superhero manga, and, like, these massively serialized things, right, where it's making fun of a lot of stuff that it kind of has to become to have a Season 2, so it loses a little bit of that there. But yeah, Season 1 was phenomenal. I remember watching that. That was one of the first things I watched as it aired. My roommate at the time and I both watched it and both loved it. Like, we were both just separately, because it started a little bit before. It either started a little bit before or right after I started college. So it was my first freshman year roommate, because he was only there for a semester before doing, like, co-op stuff. He was watching it, and I started watching it, and then I caught up, and he's like, "Oh, you're watching that?" And so we just, like, watched it. It was really good. They have the full season on the show there now. Ooh, I'll have to check that out then. I'll have to see if I can get it there. I have my ways otherwise, but legitimate ways. It's a crimson pink hue. Cool, thank you. That's what I kind of figured, knowing Gossifler shiny. But thank you for confirming. 4 boxes full of level 1 EVs, gotta start releasing them. Yeah. I just would get in the habit of releasing them as I hatch them. In Sun and Moon, basically what I do is I'll just, like, collect, like, a box of eggs while hatching some. And once I have the full box, I'll hatch them all. But every time I get to the point where I hatch the eggs and go back in and have to grab new eggs, I just release the Pokemon from there. Just to save myself having, like, an hour where I sit there and, like, click release. Sadly can't mass release, yeah. Old Pokemon TV sucked. You had to keep a close eye on it just to watch all of it, yeah. Like, that's just... I get why they want to do it that way. They want to keep you coming back to the app to check for episodes and see if there's something you haven't seen yet. And they also don't want you to just be able to binge watch an entire show that they want you to pay for in some kind of way. So I get why they do it that way. But it does make it a little bit annoying. What you did for Turtonator was you put the Pokemon in bank, on a moon and reset the file, deleting them all. That's one way to do it. Yo, KOKO, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So you, like, just take them, move them to a dummy save, and just delete the save. They're nice now. They're gonna need full seasons. Really, that's good. That's good. Is it all the seasons, or is it just some of them? I guess we got 2 slots open if anyone else wants to join. I know Shy isn't able to join back up. He had to go do some stuff. But if you want to join in, feel free. The code is 42554255. It's all... Ooh. Yeah, Pokemon TV would be good for that, then. My biggest problem with my ways is my ways don't have a way to Chromecast. Streamlabs alerts are working again. Yeah, so the alerts have been working for the most part, you know, as far as, like, showing members and donations and stuff like that. The only thing it's had issues with is subs, but that's been on YouTube's end, apparently. According to Streamlabs, who obviously is just going to point the fingers at YouTube. Let's go ahead and just start this up. But it's working now, so whoever was actually at fault fixed it, which is good. Ooh, this is nice. All the E's with decent IVs have the runaway ability. Interesting. Didn't like how Faba turned from a villain into a comedic relief character in the anime. Yeah, I mean, Vanillix mentioned Lucamine kind of also having issues like that, and yeah, it's like, I again just kind of point it back to the fact that it's not that it's not a valid criticism. I totally get it being one. Like, it's totally a valid criticism to be like, look, these characters are evil, and you portrayed them as more comedic characters. But I think just given the tone of the show, like, that's what you do with your evil characters, is you make them the comedic relief. Pokemon TV has Chrome support though? Good! Well, my way didn't, so that'll be good for Pokemon TV to have that. So I'll definitely look into Pokemon TV then. That would be ideal. Shiny at 50? That'd be awesome. Dub or sub, because don't know if Pokemon TV has sub. Sub. I'm trying to watch it subbed. I'm stubborn. That's why I didn't watch Indigo League on Netflix in the first place. Ash's voice is better in English. I just want the practice of listening. I just want to keep like my ears like ready to listen to Japanese, you know? Like, if that makes sense. Because I don't have a lot of chances to really speak it anymore, right? Like, I'm not in college, and I generally don't have a lot of chances to speak to people in general outside of the streams and, like, some Discord calls here and there. So, having a chance to just, like, listen to it at least is good to keep it going. Japanese VA is just annoying. The episodes I watched weren't too bad. I think it's just something that comes with, like, having listened to a bit more, like, Japanese anime voices, and it's just, like, they generally tend to be on the more shrill side. That's just the way they are. That's the way they like to do it. Raid doesn't seem to like you. They all take forever. Like the shinies from the raids. I've actually had pretty decent luck as far as shinies go in raids. It takes forever to find shinies. I mean, I've had decent luck. I don't think we've ever broke 100. I forget. Did Feeny break 100, or did we get it at like 70 something? I forget. It makes me nervous for when I suddenly do take a long time to get one. But I've been pretty lucky. I've been pretty lucky as far as shinies go in the Dynamax raids. I know a lot of streamers, and just people in general, have been talking about how, like, definitely broken the odds scene. It almost feels like, this is something I mentioned with Puffin when he was talking about it, was it would be interesting to see if there was some kind of issue where the shininess wasn't determined by, like, if you had the charm, but if by every, like, human player in the raid had the charm. It's an interesting thought. I'm good without this, Arcanine, if you want to take Nidoking to get the typing. Or to get, like, poison and ground typing. Granted, poison doesn't really matter here, but... Veronica Taylor in the old anime is just better. It's just the better Ash, no offense to the new one. It's like the old one better. I mean, yeah, you get used to one voice. That voice is the iconic voice at that point. I get that. Ooh, if we'd gone the other way and gotten Raichu, that would actually been pretty decent. Found an EV with decent IVs with adaptability. Nice. Yeah, so I actually haven't heard the new VA at all. You're used to her voice now. Yeah. Oh, you're used to her voice now, but you still don't like it. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Again, it's just like one is like Ash in your mind. The other is almost Ash in your mind. right? Like, it can be a good voice, but it's still a little off. Honestly, I had that with, when I was rewatching, or just watching through, because I hadn't watched it before. But with all the Scooby-Doo stuff that's on Netflix now, I watched the old, What's New Scooby-Doo? Because that's, like, the nostalgic one from my childhood. And then I watched Mystery Incorporated, and, you know, Matthew Lillard voices Shaggy in the new one. And, it felt so wrong. Despite him being Shaggy, the IRL Shaggy, like, having played him in the live actions and everything, right? Like, that's, it still felt wrong. It still felt wrong after having finished up What's New Scooby-Doo. By the end of it, totally used to it. Again, it's Matthew Lillard. He literally is Shaggy in IRL stuff and, like, dedicated his, like, destroying his voice to it. So, like, he deserves it. He is the real Shaggy, but, you know, it's different. It's different. It's still good, but it's different. And it's one of those things where when something's different and you notice it, you're noticing it. And that's always like, I noticed this. Something is wrong. Mr. Ink was your favorite? Mr. Ink was really good. You love What's New? Dude, all the music in What's New Scooby-Doo was so good. Like, outside of, like, electro swingy, like, stuff and Japanese artists like Fake Type, and like TAPU, which is basically just Fake Type without dies. Outside of, like, stuff like that, like the electro swingy kind of stuff, like, if, like, I could basically just point to the soundtrack from What's New Scooby-Doo if someone asks, what's your music taste? What's your taste in music? And it's just like, all of this. Simple Plan, Less Than Jake, you know, let's go down that list. I think the voice actor for Fred has been the same since the start of Scooby-Doo. They almost all have. Unfortunately, the original voice actor for Shaggy passed away. So they had to get a new voice actor for Shaggy. So they got Matthew Lillard, who played Shaggy in the live action Scooby-Doo movies. And I think that works really well. There's this Mystery Inc. game used to play on Cartoon Network. I think it is. I think you 100% it. Nice. Sharpedo? It is, isn't it? Yeah. I went for it for the item. Never able to get into Scooby-Doo? That's totally fair, Kevin. Totally fair. It's, if you're not into the Monster of the Week kind of shows, I totally get it. Mystery Inc., so like the 2015, the newer one on Netflix, assuming you're in the US, the newer one on Netflix, it might be other places as well, but I know it's on Netflix in the US. What is Shore Up? Yes, we're gonna restore half our HP. As long as it doesn't hit me, please. No! I was gonna heal. Didn't like Lily's English voice. It was too high. I guess as a kid, we just didn't like it. That's fair. The Corviknight has no defense and a defense-lowering nature. Rip. It's like the completely fragile Corviknight. Whole life you've been super critical and cynical about things. Just couldn't stay invested when you knew what would happen. Hey, that's honestly legitimate though, right? Like there's no shame in that. Like if you're going into a show and you want it to be a mystery, you want to like actually be like invested in what's gonna happen, like going through the whole thing, that's totally fair. I totally get that. I have no... I don't judge that at all, right? Like, if you like there being legitimate mystery, and like what'll even happen, then I'm gonna skip this. I like this one at the end of the streams, but in the middle of the stream when I'm talking, I don't like it, so we're just gonna start at the top. Yeah, so like, yeah, Scooby-Doo is super predictable. So if you don't like things that are predictable like that, you're not gonna like Scooby-Doo. That's totally fair. That is a 100% fair, like, reason to not watch the show. Still 90 defense, though. Dang, 90 defense. That's actually really low. That's why you stopped Walking Dead. Just very formulaic. I stopped The Walking Dead because I just stopped The Walking Dead. Like, I know it's gotten, like, definitely worse in recent history, and the fact that it's still going amazes me. But for me, I don't know. I just stopped watching. I just one day lost interest in this show, and it wasn't even like... It wasn't like all the show's getting stale and boring. I just suddenly didn't care. For me, what happened, and, you know, mute your mic for, or mute the stream for like 10 seconds if you don't like, you know, even like thinking about what gore could look like. The last episode I saw, I remember watching, ended on a cliffhanger of like, these new people they just met are cannibals and are actively cooking someone. Like, anyone who muted it's good, but... But yeah, like, it ended on something that should have been incredibly interesting, right? Like, given you made it that far in the show, that's clearly not too far to take something. But like, I just went, eh. The last arc I think I finished was the Terminus arc. That was like season 5, like episode 3 or something that I stopped on and just gave up. It was just like, hold on. Like that was a moment that should have like really gone like, hold on, what are these people up to? And I just didn't care. You never started? That's fair. Stop The Walking Dead in the beginning of season 7. It just... There's a point where you kill off too many of your characters. A lot of shows, they get a lot of praise when they first start for not having plot armor. Because, you know, then you're in a situation where it's like, ooh, things can actually happen, right? Like, you know, imagine the number of shows out there that are just incredibly boring. So it's like, oh, let's, what are they gonna do? Is this character gonna survive? And it's like the joke on Family Guy. It's like Star Wars episode at one point I think that they made where they were like basically doing the asteroid run in the Falcon. It's like, look, we have 3 of the 4 main characters on this ship. We're gonna be fine. Like, you know, that's the kind of like joke and stuff. And like when you have a show that doesn't have that plot armor and actually like removes a character, and it's like, oh, they can do that. They'll do that. Like. That changes it, and that makes it a bit more interesting. But most of those shows, after a little while, go a bit too far, and they kill off too much of the main cast. And then it's just like, well, this isn't the same show. I just know that we're going to spend this season going, will they, won't they, on killing another character, and then they will, and then it's like, alright, well, now we have even one less person from the original group, and then the show's a whole different show. Don't know when you stopped watching Walking Dead. It was probably season 6. Got bored of it, and the writing started to get stale. Yeah. At least your boy Daryl is still somehow there. Dude, and Daryl's like not even a character in the comic. They added him in, and then people just love Norman Reedus too much. Which I didn't realize this until I was showing my friend it. Norman Reedus was in the latest episode of Hell of a Boss. That was very interesting to learn, and very exciting to be like, huh, and talk about. Because like seeing a like smaller indie show like that get like Norman Reedus to voice the like antagonist, it's pretty cool. GG's, Shiny Deluxe, this is your last one. Alright, Arcanine, thank you so much for participating in the raids. It was good having you here. Hope you get a shiny from it. I did not. So I'm going to keep going. My Hero Academia has so much plot armor for 1A. Yeah, I mean, plot armor's not bad. But plot armor isn't necessarily inherently bad or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of plot armor for them. There have been some other things. I think I saw someone criticize the show, and I guess I just hadn't seen last season. I don't know. Are they in season 5 now? I forget. The last thing I saw was the school festival arc. And I was like, dang, I kind of wanted more of that. That felt like oddly nostalgic despite having never had a school festival. I was like, that felt like very nostalgic. I guess just honestly nostalgia for high school when I was watching more anime like that. But that had like arcs like that. If anything. But that was a good arc. I enjoyed that arc even if it was a bit slower. It's funny how Daryl wasn't in the comics, yeah. Didn't either, sadly. Dang. I like the Walking Dead Telltale games. Those are the best at telling the Walking Dead stories. The Telltale game actually was really fun. I played a little bit of it. I'm just terrible about games that have time choices like that. Most recent anime I watched is Kaguya-sama. I haven't watched that one. I need to. I haven't watched a lot of anime since graduating college just because, like, I work now and I don't have the time to watch it, unfortunately. You know, like, with college, even though you're still doing something, it's still full-time. It's like, you can slip it in here and there. Was staying ahead too much? That's fair. That's fair. Because, yeah, you kind of expect something to happen with someone like Stain. With the games that kept you engaged, yeah. If anyone wants to join up, guys, we got 2 minutes left on the timer. Feel free. Being heavily critical is a curse, though. It's really hard to enjoy shows and movies. I understand that because I get very sad when I start to critique a show. Because I'm the person who... I'm like the exact opposite of that, Kevin, as far as like... I tend to not be very critical of something. It takes me a long time of suffering through a show to realize, oh, I don't like this. Right? Like a movie or something. Like, wow, why is this so... Why do I feel this way? Oh, it's like, oh, it's the feeling of not having fun. That's what this is. Like, I'll just... If something can keep my attention and let time pass without me being truly aware that time is passing, it's worked as a piece of entertainment for me. You know, that's generally how it is. It's stuck in your head, to spot cliches, plot holes, not care for characters, etc. Yeah, I feel that. I understand that. I can understand the frustration that can come with that. Hey, we got Luke in here. Welcome, Luke. Hope you're doing well. We'll see if anyone else joins in about the next 30 seconds or so, and then we'll just go ahead and get this raid going. Yeah, like, I've never really been one to, like, point those out. I can, like, honestly, for me, sometimes the really tropey stuff can almost be comforting, as strange as that might sound. Like, if it's super tropey, like, it's like, I know what's gonna happen, and I know that, like, it's gonna go that way, and it's gonna be normal, and sometimes you just need that. Like, tropes can be pretty cozy. In Love is War, the narrator is the best character. I'll need to watch it. Because I've seen all the memes from it, but I haven't watched it. I'm trying to think of the last anime I, like, finished. I think it might have been Season 4 of My Hero. Or Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. That was a very interesting show. Did I finish that? Yeah, I finished that. I started some other stuff after it, and I didn't finish those, but I finished Hanako-kun. And that was like a year ago. I started Kanojo Karimashi, or whatever the Japanese name for Rent a Girlfriend is. I started that one. I watched like 1, maybe 2 episodes, and just didn't watch the rest. You see the Elite Powerpuff Girls live action script? No. I don't want to. It's a very interesting take on it for me. So I'm good without it. They delayed the pilot to fix it. Honestly, that's what studios are probably doing. They're leaking it themselves to see what the like outrage will be about it, and they'll be like, "Ooh, we'll actually fix that." The more to think about them doing that stuff. Yeah, I don't even want to know what the leak stuff was. So if it's anything like actually bad and raunchy, just don't even talk about it in chat, honestly. Yeah, I just remember, like, someone, you guys were talking about, like, the initial, like, announcement of it. I was like, what is this? It just, like, even just from, like, the poster, it just didn't look right. Oof. I never really liked the OG show that much, since it was kind of before your time. Yeah, if you were born in 03, it was definitely a little bit, like, before you. You love the OG show? I thought it was okay. I never really got into it. A lot of those Cartoon Network shows around, like, the time I was, like, 4 or 5 like that, like, just didn't really grab me. I was way more of a Nickelodeon kid. Did they do a reboot of it? All Grown Up is the only show that can make a younger character cast older and just as good. All Grown Up, Rugrats All Grown Up was actually really good. I agree, Juan. I really liked All Grown Up. Nick had like kind of that age group demographic, like the kind of like early teen demographic, like down with a lot of their shows around that time. I didn't know they made a reboot of it. That shows everybody hates Chris. That was a good one. That was a really good one, yeah. I didn't see a lot of the episodes of that, but the ones I did see were always like golden. I'm good without it, but it might be worth taking to get the ground type. Such a good show. Yeet. Alright, I guess go through ground and then probably through grass to get the item. Hopefully we can get an AI to take this and then not immediately give it away. Change your profile picture. Hey, nice! I can see that it's changed. I can't quite see what it is. I know you mentioned what it is, but I can't quite make out what it is from here. Childhood was SpongeBob, Pokemon Gen 3 and 4, Adventure Time, regular show, total drama, Everybody Hates Chris, and that's really it. For me, yeah, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Disney Channel stuff like Sweet Life, then Sweet Life on deck. Cartoon Network wise, yeah, I didn't really watch, like, Flapjack would be on, and that was just, or I guess you didn't mention Flapjack, but Adventure Time made me think of Flapjack, because Adventure Time was like, while I was in high school, and I wasn't really watching Cartoon Network in high school, so I missed out. I can watch it now, but I just didn't watch it then. Like, Flapjack was a show that would always be on, and would just be weird, like, too weird to be entertaining, to me at least. I remember the George Lopez show that would come on Nick and I do remember that, yeah. Zero Aura, I see, yeah. Fairly Odd Parents, watched that a lot too. Dude, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours were the best. Those were the best. You weren't a fan of Jimmy Neutron? That's fair. That's fair. Didn't like Flapjack either. Yeah, it was like that era of like just like gross out comedy. It's like that's fine here and there, but like it wasn't my thing, you know. A lot of old Cartoon Network shows are weird, yeah. Stuff like Chowder. Chowder was a strange one to me. Like it had moments and it was funny occasionally, but I wasn't a fan of the art style. As far as like the weirdness of the fact that it was like always like all the coloring was textured and the textures didn't move when the characters moved. That was strange to me. It made it feel weird. Again, the feel of it. Foster's was great. Foster's was really good. Yeah, you guys only take Pokemon you don't want them to. This is very true, Mizu. That is like the ultimate truth of these raids is. And on the occasional chance they do take a Pokemon you want them to have, they'll immediately change it for something else on the next run. Chalk Zone. I forget about Chalk Zone because, like, it got screwed, right? Like, Nick just screwed that show. I loved it when I saw it, but I almost never saw it. It was finding treasure to be watching Nick when Chalk Zone was coming on. And also, this is something that I remember watching a video, I think like it might have been a Nerdstalgic video about Chalk Zone. They were talking about how like, you know, whatever channel it was and the you know, the guy talking about it, you know, they're talking about how the show got so screwed by the network by having its like new episode airing time moved to like 6:30 in the morning. And I genuinely had to ask friends, and none of them said that they did. So I'm going to ask all of you guys too. Did any of you as kids understand, like, release schedules of cartoons? Because it seems like these people did, and they're just like, I loved watching this, and I always waited for the episodes at, like, Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm like, as a child, I had no concept of a show having a scheduled release time. The only time I knew that a show was, like, new at a certain hour, at a certain time on a certain day, was when it was a big thing that they made a deal about. Aside from that, new SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents or Jimmy Neutron episodes just appeared in like the schedule. That was it. Like, there was never like a time where I was like, oh yeah, a new episode of this is happening at this time every day. I knew about that for like adult shows, right? Like, because, you know, my parents would watch their shows at certain times. It's like, oh, those have like a release time. Never really noticed that with cartoons. I can't be the only one. Never understood release schedules for shows. Good, yeah. You had basic knowledge when things would come on. Like, I understood, yeah, like, I knew that much. Like, when I got home from school, in, like, elementary school, when I got home from school at, like, 3:30, you know, I could go and I could watch, like, SpongeBob. And I knew a Fairly Odd Parents episode would be after that. And then, like, a Jimmy Neutron episode would be after that. Like, I knew that, but those were, like, the rerun. Those were, like, just them rerunning episodes. That wasn't... At that point, it was no longer, like, oh, it was a new episode. It was just an episode of X show will be on at this time. Right? That's very different, I think, from, like, understanding that there's a new season of Fairly Odd Parents happening, and the new episodes will air at, you know, 2:30 p.m. or not, or like 7:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. Like, I just never knew that. Alright, cool. So other people in this chat also are like that. So clearly, either we're all just very oblivious, or somehow these people were very observant. How do you forget Courage? I want to forget Courage. I never liked that show. It made me feel, like, sad. Scared you when you were a kid? I didn't like the setting of being in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what it is, but if a setting is completely devoid of anything on the edges, I can't. To completely change the genre, also Trevenant was a terrible pick, I apologize. We're getting wiped here, I think. And we're just getting cleaned up. We've done nothing to... Ooh, maybe we can salvage this. Maybe. It's gonna be risky against KOKO. It was so unnerving and creepy, right? Ben 10 was amazing. I didn't watch Ben 10 as a kid. I actually did, weirdly enough, watch a little bit of it when I was working at IBM. That was one of our test shows, was one of the newer Ben 10s. But, so, in, like, speaking of how just, like, weird and sad and, like, almost existential crisis-y, like, something like Courage felt from just, like, middle of nowhere kind of scenario. It's the art style thing. It has nothing to do with it. I'm like, yeah, obviously there's just, like, literally, like, nothing for miles in places. That's totally normal. But, like, a show that made me weirdly feel like that, and it was just a show that, like, again, completely kind of changing tones. It's still a cartoon, but Caillou. Like, the small children's show. I didn't like it as a child. My sister also, I don't think, liked it as a child, but it would be on, because you would just leave on, like, Nick Jr. or PBS or whatever the heck Caillou aired on. The fact that all those shows were shot and, like, drawn in a way and animated with a white border around them that just kind of the show faded out into, I despised that. I don't know why. It just made me feel so incredibly uneasy. Never watched Avatar or Clone Wars as a kid, only recently watched Clone Wars. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of Avatar, like, as when it was on TV. But again, that's a show that you really need to watch as it airs. And, like, I just didn't have the concept of that. I also didn't really, like, partially because of that, I didn't get into Avatar as a kid. It was a little bit above what I wanted in my... It was a little bit more mature than what I wanted in my shows as a child. You know? Like, obviously that makes for a show that has good staying power. Your first existential crisis was because of the Courage episode about being perfect. Man. Maybe we were all just traumatized by cartoons as kids, and the nostalgia masks that. Don't think you're alone with this one. One episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, the CGI goes, it says you're not perfect, gives you nightmares. Sounds like me too, and you might be in the same boat. I'm just finally seeing Clone Wars. You can say it's amazing. I need to watch it. It looks great. I've heard amazing things about it. I know it's probably good. I just wasn't big into Star Wars and didn't watch it. You're out of school for the summer? Hey, that's awesome, John. Congratulations. I hope it was a good last day. No, hope you have some fun plans for the summer. Oh, I hope we can pull this off. I really hope we can pull this off. I'm very nervous, though. I'm extremely nervous because, like, we're in an okay situation in terms of our typing for most of our mons, but KOKO could just, like, knock one of us out and it's over. Like, that's the problem, right? Like, if KOKO one-shots one of us, it's done. Don't like those old people who make, like, an old cartoons their entire personality. Oh, don't like those people who make like old cartoons their whole personality. Yeah, I mean, if you make one thing your whole personality, no matter what, it's just kind of like not necessarily like unnerving or like weird or anything, but it's just it makes you a boring person if that's your whole personality. Like, obviously, I like Pokemon. I am streaming Pokemon. I play a lot of Pokemon. This cartridge right here has a 1,000-hour save on it. You know. I hang out with people who like Pokemon and all this stuff. I have posters of Pokemon. I have a whole display case of my Pokemon games. But I like other things. There's other stuff in this apartment. There are other things I do with my life. Like, yeah, like, you become a very one-dimensional person if you only like one thing, and that is your whole personality and all that you do. It's like, okay. Alright, also, GG, we got KOKO down. I was very nervous about that going in with one life left. Don't know when your school will be over? You don't know. Oh no. Generally they have a schedule. Watch Clone Wars, Rebels, and Bad Batch. Ooh, yeah. It's important to understand what's going on to fully appreciate it. Yeah, I've heard Bad Batch is really good. You're furry, and there's so many people in the fandom whose personality is all about them being a popular furry. It gets on your nerves. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, that's not my thing. But like, you do you, and again, like, but at the same time, like you say, right, like, if that's your whole thing, it's like, if all, like, again, relating back to, like, my interests and stuff, like, I like anime, I like Pokemon, I like other video games, I like cars, I like biking, all these different things, all those little things, you know, add up into a, like, personality. But if you choose one of those, and it's only one of those, every single one of them in, like, that group is okay. But, like, if one is the only thing, it's suddenly much less okay and a much more annoying, honestly, especially to the people who are in that fandom, right? Like, if all I did was Pokemon, nothing else, that was my only way of socializing, I would get way too into it and just, like, kind of, like, really throw off the groove for everyone, you know? Yeah, so I feel that. It's like, any interest that doesn't require, like, causing harm to someone else is totally fine, but have multiple. Just as a general, like, rule of thumb for, like, being a, like, well-rounded person. Japan makes cartoon characters as cute as possible. USA makes them as ugly as possible. It's very interesting how that's kind of true, and it's not necessarily because, like, they're attempting to do that. To an extent, Japan is, yes, but it's just the difference between, like, Japan tends to use the eyes to emote way more than, like, the US uses either the whole body or, like, the mouth to emote way more when it comes to their cartoons. Also, this is the last raid for the night, guys, so if anyone does want to join up, this is your chance to do so. We're going to be running this raid, and that'll be it. And then we'll be calling it for the night. There won't be a stream tomorrow. There definitely won't be a stream tomorrow. There definitely won't be a stream Sunday night. Maybe Monday, probably Monday, possibly not. Again, like I mentioned, I have some stuff I want to do to finish this desk, so I finally have a place for more GameCubes, because Rising Blue Phoenix is sending me 3 more Jirachi discs, so I need 4 more, or I need a total of 4 GameCubes at least. Yeah, so I need to get this desk together, and I just haven't had a chance, because it requires, like, standing and doing everything. Did I cancel that? Probably already know TAPU Phoenix your favorite TAPU. Oh, that's awesome. Every time KOKO's yellow, you die a little. That's unfortunate, because it's been yellow a lot of times. In fact, it's yellow most of the time. Is this code actually already in use or something? Was that what was up? I clicked the button, I think. Yeah, so sorry about that. Feel free to join up. Yeah. Feeney's the best TAPU, though. Feeney's pretty good. Feeney took a while to find. Hey, we got Luke again. Nice. Yeah, so I have my two... So basically, like, as far as the desk thing, I'm basically building the super basic, generic IKEA desk that everyone builds. That, like, if you go on, like, r/battle stations on Reddit, the, like, Alex drawers and the Carl B top. But Carl B tops have been completely unavailable for over a year now, at least at my IKEA, which is fun. So I got the drawers for the first... I got the drawers for the first one, which is what the desk is on. And... bought basically the same countertop that IKEA uses, stained it and finished it myself, so it's terrible, but it works because it's not like for writing, it's just for putting a mouse pad on and not actually touching the finish. But I want to extend it and make it an L desk, so I have like room for my printer, or for my 3D printer, for the GameCubes, just for general other stuff, like more space, like my iPad can sit there, things like that. So yeah. If anyone wants to know what it'll look like, it basically is, if you look at Jay's 2 cents, his YouTube channel, he redid his gaming room last year, so it's a video series. Basically his desk, except a little bit smaller because I use a different size countertop, and I use black drawers instead of his white drawers. Aside from that, they're effectively the same desk. Alright, we got 1 minute if anyone else wants to join in on the raid. They're saying 1,001. Oh, because Amethyst said 1,000 for Cresselia. Will we get in those 40 encounters today? We may not. I'd love to get a shiny today because I would love to have something to post tomorrow or Sunday on the YouTube channel. Just for people to be able to see something being up. So hopefully something's shiny. I'm gonna go ahead and ready up and let's get going. Luke, we got this. Scorbunny squad, we're gonna take down this TAPU KOKO. I'm gonna destroy this thing. These aren't the greatest of picks right off the bat. If you were a supervillain, what would I do? Evil things, probably. Okay, so we get a ground type no matter which way we pick at the start. That is good, strategically terrible because... yeah, definitely go through Jinx and into the item there to go into the ground type. That's my thought, without even looking at what the ground type actually is. $20 encounters? Oh boy. I mean, that's not a terribly large number of encounters. The only problem with that is just we only do these, like, we only do streams like this, like, once a week. So we're really only doing Cresselia, like, once a week. Ooh, it becomes... What is max flutter by? Versus... Yeah, we'll just use max flutter by. And we've had plenty of shinies go up that high, if not higher. Regigigas was a recent one that went on really long. 69 for Tapu Koko. Maybe it's possible. It's definitely possible. I wouldn't count on it, but it could be the case. Do a jaywalk. You'd increase pi by 0.001. Have 2 Flintstones gummies in one day. Whoa, man. That's too much. That's too much right there. Stay up until 8:30 and you break into people's houses to slightly move one thing. You can't just move one thing. You have to move all of the furniture like half an inch. Find the direction that everything would slide slightly in and just move all of it a little bit. Is that a episode again? Alright. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what items we get. Nothing great. I'll take the citrus berry. Avengers level threat indeed, yes, for sure. That's not bad damage on Palpitoad, but we can only use that move once. Phalanx is the only genuinely great Gen 8 mon, in your opinion? I love Phalanx, it looks really cool. We need to shiny hunt it at some point. What's the best way for shiny hunting Phalanx? Is it soft resetting in front of one right as it encounters you, since it's like not a wild encounter? Or is there wild encounters for it? I only know of it being in that one spot. I gotta look into that. That would be a really fun one, I think. So I think the shiny color for it's not bad. I think there's a shiny pattern that I thought of that would have been incredibly cool. And then another one that's actually it. Yo, the ultimate ink sack, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Friday. Hope you have a good weekend. Anything exciting planned? So now I've got a few things, so I won't be streaming this weekend because of that. At least not Saturday or tomorrow night or Sunday night. It becomes brown. Okay, yeah, so that's the one that I didn't think of. That's the one it actually is. I had one in my head that became like silver. That would have been really cool. They don't like multiple creatures used as one Pokemon like Phalanx and Dugtrio. That's very fair. That's very fair one. Like Dugtrio, kind of, yeah. Like I can see a validation for it, like being like one Pokemon under the ground or something, but I don't even know what canonically it says. But yeah, definitely like if you want that, Luke, I would recommend you take it. I'm good without it. I would recommend taking that, Luke. Yeah, there we go. According to Bulbapedia, you've hatched over 120 Eevee eggs. How does Bulbapedia know that? Octillery, Matang. Yeah, you'll get it soon. You'll get it for sure. But yeah, like Phalanx, I can understand that. Like, I love the design, but I can get like being like, that's multiple Pokemon. That's not a single Pokemon. I can get like the criticism with that. I still think it's a really like cool design, but I totally understand like being like, that's not quite right. This is how many Pokemon per box, which is 30. Oh, yeah. I forgot you've been keeping them all in the boxes. Yeah, yeah. A box always is a box. At least in modern games. I don't know what it is in older games. I think it's still 30. But yeah, PC box holds 30. Yo, Kiona Hudson, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Always been 30? Cool. I wasn't sure if like it was different in Gen 1, because, you know, Gen 1 things being funky and quirky. And not having really played a lot of Gen 1. I own Yellow, but like, I haven't played like a significant amount of it. I've really just done like the hacky speedrun as a fun thing. Potato, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, Potato? Hope you had a good Friday. Always been 30. Gotcha. Do I shiny hunt often? Yeah! So I try to shiny hunt like 5 to 6 times a week on stream. This weekend is a little bit different. Usually I hunt Saturdays and not Sundays, but this weekend being a holiday weekend, I've got a couple things I'm doing with family and friends, since it's finally like to the point where my friend group can hang out again, which is amazing. So exciting. Yeah, so yes, I do shiny hunt regularly, so if you want to watch more streams, I'd love a sub. And yeah, I stream pretty regularly, a lot of SOS hunting. We do this Dynamax stuff at least once a week, at least while we're trying to find the rest of the TAPUs. What else would I've been trying to mix in some Gen 6 hunts of various types. And we have a Jirachi hunt. We're doing a Wishmaker Jirachi. That one's really exciting to me. To make you feel better, in April you did 3 Masuda hunts. One was 1,700 eggs, another was 1,500, another was 1,200. Yeah, it happens. They can go on for a while. So yeah, don't like feel super unlucky if it takes a while. You know, that's just what shiny hunting is. I totally get it though, especially when you're new to it. It can be really daunting. You know, even if you're not new to it, it can be really daunting, like seeing like, man, I've gotten this many eggs and it hasn't shined yet. Like, I remember my first shiny took me like 4 hours. I don't even know how many encounters it was. I wasn't counting. And I was like, wow, this is incredibly long. And now I've done like so many hunts that have gone on for like combined levels of 24 hours, and it's just like, yeah, that happens, it's normal. My little shiny hunting box ran for like 48 to find a Mudkip, and I was like, perfect. Yo, the ultimate ink sack, thank you for the sub, I appreciate that. Sub hype in the chat, everyone show ultimate ink sack some love. Thank you for subbing, I appreciate it. Alright guys, let's see if we can take on this Tapu Koko. Usually have a fast Masuda hunt after one of those really long. It all averages out for sure. The more hunts you do, the more hunts will go too long, and the more hunts you'll get to go super quickly. And it all averages out to be pretty average in the long run. But yeah, it's definitely every method's like that. Done 39 Rayquaza Dynamax adventures with no shiny. Dang. Like, none at all. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Dynamax Adventures, at first I was like, wow, 100, like 1 in 100 odds with Charm. That's pretty crazy. That's like a lot. That's like gonna be a lot of shinies. And then like, everyone's sitting here in Dynamax Adventures like, I haven't found any in like 300 encounters despite Charm. and like they take 30 minutes per encounter sometimes. It's like, that's brutal. That's brutal. Honestly, the 1 in 100 is like very, very like fair odds, if not a little bit unfortunate and brutal for people. In Gen 1, you can use a single X accuracy to bypass the accuracy check. Oh, that's pretty nice. Does it get you past the 1 in 256 thing? Where, like, it's just possible that even a 100% accuracy move has, like, a... what is it? Like, a 0.5% chance of just missing? It'll be funny when Alice experiences the first hunt over odds. Might have to take over at that point. I mean, I feel like the best way to go about starting shiny hunting is with a method. You know, especially, like, look at how much shiny hunting exploded in popularity with SOS hunting. Case in point, that's when I started shiny hunting. That was just a method that was really easy to do, even if you hadn't seen what a shiny looked like and hadn't gotten the experience of finding one. X accuracy to sweep with KOKO moves. Nice. That's actually really broken, which I'm not surprised for Gen 1. Spent like 170 in-game hours to get a shiny charm, and it's barely helping. There's gotta be something funky with Dynamax odds. A theory that I and Puffin, which I don't know if you've heard of Puffin. I'm assuming you know Puffin, but he's another streamer if you haven't. And also, GG! We got the KOKO down. Let's see if it's shiny. But a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat time. The shiny odds are only affected and like increased in Dynamax if every real player in the match has the shiny charm. Tinfoil hat time with that. You know, wouldn't be surprised with the coding. Pobbin, yes. The wonderful Pobbin. Alright, let's see if we got shinies from that. That was unfortunately our last raid of the night. It's been about 2 hours. I am getting quite hungry, and I know another raid will take us a while. So we'll go to 1,000 on Cresselia just to find a nice round number to end on, but let's see. No shiny for me this time. So we'll just have to do more KOKO raids next time. But, yeah, with that, I'm going to say GG to everyone who participated in the raids. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. And we'll just go ahead, turn that off, flip it over to this layout, and run with this layout for a few minutes. And wrap up these Cresselia encounters. And you know, Puffin, you came from the Puffin raid. Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of raids, we need to find a raid target so we can raid someone here at the end of this stream. Since we're wrapping up, let's start looking for one. I'm gonna have to double check. I'm gonna hopefully find one now. You know, but then I'm gonna have to recheck right when we do the raid, because I made the mistake a couple days ago of checking for the raid target like 5 minutes before I finished the stream, and they were done streaming by the time I like clicked on them. So if anyone has specific like people in mind that they would like to raid, just so long as like they're not so massive and like have such a massive stream going on that it's likely that we'll just like be swallowed up and swept away by normal chat raid, feel free, let me know, because I'm just looking at I'm looking at the list when I type like shiny hunt and look at the live streams. So if you guys have suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll pick someone. We're going to encounter 1,000. Generally 1,001 because I encounter as well when it says 1,000. It'd be crazy if we got a Cresselia right at the end of this stream that was shiny. I feel like that's what happens a lot of the times. Like, it's just kind of that last encounter. You're like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Is Horsey live? There's so many people live right now. What the heck? I have a random Chick-fil-A camera feed when I search for shiny. When I search for shiny streams. I'm gonna have to do No, I don't think I can do it right now. I'll have to save this page and, like, do it again. Is Horsey live? I don't see him live. There's also a stream just called Frog. I don't know what's going on with my search results. I don't see Horsey live unless if I refresh, are they live? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anyone with that. We might raid this one person. Things in My Life is going for a shiny Suicune hunt. Presumably also Dynamax Adventures, and I kind of want to raid them just because of their thumbnail. Not gonna lie. The Jay Gordon streaming? He is, yeah, he's doing Dynamax. 999 will be the shiny? That'd be pretty awesome. It's fun getting them on fun numbers like that. It says he's live for you. Really? Let's see. You and me, we're gonna fly away. We're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. Huh, he is, yeah. That's so weird that it wasn't showing it for me. We've raided Horsey recently. We'll raid them again soon. I genuinely want to raid Things in My Life just because of their thumbnail. It's pretty funny in my opinion. It's on the thumbnail, right? Like, I want to raid them just because of that. Like, they have done a good job with their thumbnail. I like it. I'm raiding them because of it. We're doing one more encounter on Suicune here, guys. And then we're doing the raid. And yeah, we'll raid Horsey sometime soon again. I know he's generally streaming around the time that I'm ending, so we can raid him sometime early next week, probably. Assuming, you know, streams line up. Let's go, let's see. No shiny from that, so I'm gonna grab this link. I'm gonna refresh one more time just to make sure. Cool, it is still live. And guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you to anyone that liked. Thank you to those of you who subscribed. We'll be back on maybe Monday, definitely Tuesday at the latest. I'll probably also try streaming on Twitch a little bit. Maybe tonight, maybe quickly tomorrow, early morning or something. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a good weekend. If you're in the US, hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend. And until next time, take care.